You can become a crypto millionaire. Not only is it possible, but it's likely. The fact you are watching this video means you are in at the perfect time. Let me explain what is happening right here. You've been given a time machine. You jumped into the DeLorean, drove through the wind and caves, and now you are back in 2016. You have the opportunity to absolutely change your life forever. What are the things you would do differently if you could go back in time? In this video, I'm going to give you the advice that I would have told myself in 2016. And if you listen to this advice, you are pretty much guaranteed to become rich. And I'm going to share an extremely sad, heartbreaking story about someone who should be worth 8 figures, but because he didn't follow the advice I'm going to give you today, he's not. Don't let that be you. Let's get it. Welcome to BitBoyCrypto, the hardest working channel in all of cryptocurrency. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and join both my Telegram groups to learn more about crypto or connect with me in the Bit Squad. All right, guys, today we are going to be discussing the opportunity that lies before you and how you can make the most of it. Now, let's start with a tweet from the #1 best account to follow on Twitter, me. Took a break on Twitter for a while, but I'm back full force, so make sure you follow me there at BitBoy_crypto. But I recently posted this sentiment on Twitter because I really believe it. You've been given a huge gift. So many of us in 2018, once we realized the bear market wasn't going anywhere, would have given anything to go back and do things differently. And now we are getting that chance. In almost every chart you look at, Bitcoin and altcoins are following the same exact predictable pattern from the last cycle. And all the time I see comments like, you crypto YouTubers have been saying Bitcoin's gonna go up for like ever. While we've all hoped we would get a different outcome, most of us have been banking on the halving since last year, especially after the fake out pump at the beginning of the summer of 2019. When that crashed, it seemed like any hope for a pre-halving moonshot with Bitcoin was over. This is when we pretty much all pointed for months to the event in May. The problem a lot of you have is that you don't actually listen. And from some of the comments, I can tell a lot of you just look at the thumbnail and make a comment. You should actually watch the videos. They're pretty good if I do say so myself, which I just did. None of us said, though, that we were going to moon on May 11th. We were really lucky to enjoy a pre-halving rally that crashed right before the halving event. We are now within the range where Bitcoin should start moving up to the next level about 2 months after the halving and not looking back. Now listen, if Bitcoin's still under 10K in 3 months from now, I'm gonna need to look for a new job or a backup plan. That's when people can start questioning what the heck we're all doing here. The point is, this is happening, boys, and soon. Maybe even by the time I post this video. So what are you gonna do to prepare yourself to make the type of money that only dreams are made out of? Well, let me tell you what I did wrong in my crypto journey. I hope this will put some things into perspective for you guys, as this is kind of why I started this channel. As some of you guys know, I first heard about Bitcoin in November of 2012 and invested in December of 2012, except I wasn't really looking at it as investing. I was actually using Bitcoin at that time for what it was originally meant for. While many people were using Bitcoin for the Silk Road at that time, I was using it to buy a business software I needed to post automated ads on Craigslist for my event tickets business. I had no idea what Bitcoin was or why it was important. I just knew it was hard to buy and send. I was using it as currency and I didn't think anything about it. I didn't even know the price could go up or down. I bought enough Bitcoin during the next year that it would have been worth 8 figures during 2017. But the thing is, I wasn't saving it. I was spending it as soon as I got it in my hands. Then in November of 2013, something weird happened. I randomly happened to check my Bitcoin wallet on Mt. Gox because I had to make a payment, and I was shocked at what I saw. I had an amount of Bitcoin left in my wallet that at the time I thought was dust, and all of a sudden, it was worth thousands of dollars. Once again, I didn't know what I was looking at. That tiny amount would be worth well over 6 figures today. But I decided to sell it on localbitcoins.com. I met a guy at McDonald's and we did an in-person transaction on the old Mickey D's Wi-Fi. While I was there, I tried to research Bitcoin and understand it better while I waited for the guy. But it made no sense to me. Education was very poor back then. A few months later, Mt. Gox was hacked, so technically I would have lost all of the BTC anyways because I didn't understand owning my own private keys. But I look back and think, if I had just been better educated and more informed on what Bitcoin was and the purpose, I could be living a totally different life right now. Lucky for you. I bought and sold Bitcoin a few times in between then and 2016, but in 2016, I owned very little Bitcoin. I paid attention just enough to know where the price was to keep me interested. But I didn't get a decent amount again until 2017, which I promptly huddled all the way back down to the bottom, kicking myself all the way for blowing the biggest opportunity of my life. But here's the thing, that opportunity is back, and it's now right in front of not just me, but you also. I've dedicated my whole life to this crazy thing called crypto, and now I'm ready to get all the gains I missed out on the first time. Why do I do this? Because I don't want other people to miss out like I did. I want people to understand the opportunity that is before them. Like I said, that is the whole reason I started this YouTube channel. Over the last few years, there were questions about whether or not we would see another epic run. And yet, here we are, right on track for an even bigger one than we've ever seen before. So what advice would I go back in time and give myself that could have changed my life? Number 1, educate yourself. It's not just good enough to throw money into ticker symbols. If I had a dime for every crypto project I invested in during 2017 based on name only, I'd have probably several dollars. You don't have to understand the ins and outs of the tech side of crypto. Few people can explain how the internet works, yet we all use it. Few people can explain how a car works. But you need to understand the history of crypto, the history of Bitcoin. You need to know who created it and what the original purpose was. You need to understand how the direction of Bitcoin has shifted since then. You need to understand why Bitcoin maximalists think all altcoins will die one day. You need to understand why they're wrong. You need to learn the difference between a pump and dump and a legit project on a tear. You need to know how to keep your crypto safe. Soon, I'll be putting together a course to help new people answer a lot of those questions. But understanding more about crypto helps you put things into perspective as the market blooms. Number 2, understand Bitcoin cycles. This is so important, guys. You don't have to know how to perform technical analysis. It's okay if that sounds like a foreign language to you. You may not know the difference between RSI and KSI. All I'll say about that is one punch Logan Paul in the face and one's an indicator. But that's not important. What you need to understand is this. For 75% of Bitcoin's life, it has drastically increased. The other 25% of its life, it's plunged deeper than Mariana's Trench. And every time you think there's no way Bitcoin will crash, it violently drops. You have to be objective about this. Understand this intrinsically. You have to store this one in your brain, not your heart, because your heart will fool you when the euphoria of watching your portfolio double every week for 3 months, and then you'll think it will never end. But it does. The timing of the bear markets run on a clock as well, and the bull market will officially end sometime around the end of September in 2021. And then Bitcoin will plummet, and altcoins will plummet harder. Your DeFi bags won't save you. It will all crash. Then about a year later, bottom out. And that will be your best chance to buy Bitcoin at cheap prices again, probably for around 10K, ironically. But you have to remember all of this because your mind will play funny tricks on you. You have to keep in mind none of your crypto gains over the next year will matter if you hodl all the way back down to the bottom. That's why when we really get going, you may want to try out a crypto debit card from a company like Crypto.com or another company. Spending your crypto is like selling the top in a bull run. If you want $50 for free, make sure to visit mcocard.bitboy.live and use the code BitBoy when you pick up a card. There's a lot of people that were wishing that they would have been able to spend some of their crypto when their gains were bigger at the peak of the market. Number 3, DYOR. Research as many projects as you can. If you see someone mention it, look it up. Get familiar with exchanges that have good coins on them. Listen, during the bear market, Bitcoin maximalists about had everyone convinced alts were dead. Few of us stood firm in our belief that altcoins have use case and will pump again. That's why I beat you guys over the head with altcoin picks, because so many are going to pump and make people rich. I probably mentioned about 80 altcoins or so on this channel over the last year in different top altcoin videos. Out of 5,700, 80 is not a lot. The truth is, most active projects will see huge gains, like 10x at least. It's your job to find the ones that will outperform the markets drastically. XRP, IOTA, and NEO are the 3 I think about the most when it comes to huge pumps in 2017. Those projects destroyed it. The only problem is their market caps are too big now to be top percentage gainers. IOTA gained like 112,000% from its ICO in 2017. There's not even enough money in the world for it to repeat those kinds of gains. So that's why we look at altcoins so much. I'm trying to point out projects to you that could be the next ones to come out of nowhere. You got to look outside the top 200 to find those coins, and we've already found a couple in Nimic, SeekVR, ONG, and DMG that I think could be up next. But even now, Nimic's cap is getting up there. Not quite too late on NIM, but time could be running out. In Thursday's video, I'm going to be putting on the mining cap and digging back down for some more gems, so make sure to look out for that one. And remember guys, DYOR or do your own research doesn't mean watch one YouTube video and make an investment decision. Make sure you're getting a good variety of knowledge, but just always that you're watching my videos first and all the way to the end. But now it's your turn. What do you believe the secret to successful investing in crypto is? Also, do you believe crypto millionaires will be crowned in the next cycle, or are we all crazy? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to become a member of the Bit Squad. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. BitBoy out.